Okay, so this will take a moment because usually nobody is here just yet. So we're going to go ahead and just get started. Won't be around for a long time today, but nobody's in the room yet, so I will be back when people finally come back. Oops. There we go. All right, well, we don't know if anybody's in here yet. So, for those people who watch these and they're not live, I usually wait for people to enter the room before I get started. Not that I have really anything particular today. I just had a few minutes to think about it. I'll just go ahead and get on here a little bit because, as usual, I have been getting quite a few emails lately, and I get them in waves, and there are a lot of people who have questions. It's part of the reason that I do the live events. So, of course, as usual, if you have any questions, go ahead and write them there. If you just want to say something nice to the group or to me, you're welcome to type in something very nice. Keep everything positive. And if you just want to support the channel or the video, click the thumbs up. And we'll be there literally in a few seconds. And we'll have a little live hangout session, as they say. And let's see if I can answer people's questions. I feel like I maybe not been able to answer those questions really, but sometimes I feel like I get the same questions over and over. So, but that's okay. Just try to get everybody on the right track and see if we can help anybody, as they say. And see you guys in just 1 second. All right, let's see how many. Oh, look, I already got 1 thumbs up and 6 people present. Hey, everybody. I have a little bit of a small mess here today. And a box here for. But yeah, let's see here. Let's see if anybody. Hey, Ainsley. Your microphone isn't working. I could tell when you left the room. That's weird. I find that odd always. Because I mean, that's the whole purpose for having the earpiece, is to give you guys better sound. Because when I don't do the earpiece, people complain. It's working good. Well, there you go. See? There you go, Dale. Dale G. Thank you for giving us the heads up on that. I have a little bit of time, guys. Oh, you know what? You know what? I think I know why it wasn't working. Silly me. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Okay, now it's working, right? I had it all messed up here. The microphone on your phone is what's working, and so you can take the earpiece. See, now I had it hooked. My Bluetooth was syncing up to something else. Not working. Oh, now working. There we go. Question: what's your view on turkey tail reishi mushrooms? I think they're great. I'm really big on mushrooms. I think mushrooms are absolutely fantastic. I am a fan. Boy, I got to move this somewhere else. I am a fan of mushrooms. Absolutely. In fact, I don't know, guys. I just think that they're absolutely magical. And I think that if used properly and correctly, they can be something very, very positive. Lion's mane's good stuff. The only thing that sucks is that sometimes they're kind of spendy, but you can't really put a price on your health. I've learned that one the hard way. You're better off spending a little bit on your, little more on your health and a little less on going out or vacations or whatever. Now, granted, that's just my opinion. Thanks again for all the thumbs up, everybody, and everybody joining us today. Hello, welcome to Uprising. Let's see, what are we going to talk about today? Nah, nothing really, actually. I did release a video. If you guys haven't seen it, I thought it was pretty cool. I've done a lot of conversations with a lot of people. And okay, so here we go. Now gameplay. I have severe varicose veins. What's your thoughts? I do have a protocol. You should ask every time if there's any new people, say hello. Okay, so let's see. That's a good idea. Anybody new in here today? Anybody a first timer? And then comment if you're not a first timer, so you can just kind of get the little difference there. But as far as varicose veins, I actually do have a protocol for it, and I have seen it work. There's a good and bad thing about it. The protocol it really involves things that people won't want to do because it involves a certain type of diet, certain type of water. The nutrients are always important, and obviously the hydrogen. The downside of it is I've definitely seen it work, but it took years. You're not going to switch. You're not going to get rid of varicose veins in a matter of weeks or even months. Oh, and now gameplay. First time in the chat. Cool. Good to see you. But I have seen the varicose veins literally disappear. But it is something that truly takes a lot of work. And I mean, look, I say a lot of work. If I just tell you right now, it's literally how I live my life every day. So, do I think it's doable? I totally do. I don't have some strange, super difficult to live with lifestyle. Um, but yeah, varicose veins. In fact, I guess I could share this with you guys. It's another one of those embarrassing things. Maybe I'll actually delete this video just for sharing this. But I had some varicose veins too, and that was years ago. And it took years also of a lot of the stuff that I did, which is really cleaning up the blood and making the viscosity of it, um, keeping it really clean. I don't like a lot of fat. I don't like processed oils, stir fried, deep fried, pan fried. I even stay away from meat. Not to say that you can't have any sometimes, but just you shouldn't have it all the time, in my opinion, or even often. Sugary stuff. Hello from Hawaii, says Gareth Hart. Greetings from Hawaii. Hello, greetings. Greetings, Earthlings. So yes, I do think that you can get rid of them. It's just a matter of how hard do you want to try? How much effort do you want to put in? Because you have to remember, you didn't get those varicose veins overnight. You didn't wake up and you know, um, you didn't just get them, in a matter of a year or two. It's because of a lifestyle that you've lived for many years. So therefore, it takes years to get rid of them. Now, if it took you 10 years to get them, I think it would only take 1 year of effort to get rid of them. And so, yeah, I mean, I lived a terrible lifestyle. I started getting mine probably 15 years ago at least or more. But I lived a terrible lifestyle, and yeah, and it took years before they went away too. They didn't just go away right away. And I mean, some people would say that I have a strict protocol. I don't think it's strict. I mean, that's strict. I live with it, and I've tried strict protocols. It's definitely something I can personally live with. So, anyway, I'm not sure if that answers your question, but you know, I wouldn't even want to share the details unless you're completely serious, because otherwise, I don't want to say it's a waste of my time. More than anything, it's a waste of energy. Um, because I've worked with people who have cancer, and they're like, "Oh, I'll do anything," and then I tell them what I would personally do. It's not medical advice, no medical claims, but I just share with people what I would do. 2 hours later, they're like, "Yeah, I don't think I can do that." And I'm like, I just spent 2 hours trying to share with you the details. It's quite frustrating. And I mean, I'm reaching a point of frustration because I've been doing this for so many years, and I don't think people are as committed, or they just don't want to heal as badly as maybe I did. And that's fine, but don't take my time. Don't waste my time trying to trying to explain to people how to do certain things, just to have them be like, nah, I can't put that kind of effort. I just wanted a secret pill or something. There is no secret pill that I've ever found. So with that being said, I do believe that you can get rid of them. I used to have mine on my feet. Okay, most people do not want to take responsibility for their own wellness. Garrus, I would actually agree with you. That has been my observation. Now, Gameplay says, I'm fasting now to start. Well, just remember about fasting again. Um, I'll let me just share this information about fasting, because fasting is not something that you just jump into. Like, you know what? I think I'm just going to go ahead and fast. No, when it comes to fasting, in my opinion, first, you really want to make sure that you load up on nutrients. Like, you really want to make sure that your vitamin D levels, your B complex, like, you want to make sure your levels are where they should be. Um, and then you can fast because when you fast, it depletes you of these nutrients. And then when you start eating again, you got to know what to put in your body. Just these type of things. It's just my opinion, but I think it's important. So yeah, hopefully that um, will answer, quote unquote, uh, answer your question. Okay, let's see here. Couple questions. Let's see. I'm fasting now to start. When you're fasting, let me tell you something. If you're going to put the effort into fast, if you have a Hydrofix, do a hydrogen fast. You will enhance it like you don't even know. So that's one thing that I've discovered. Ainsley says, "What's your view on axanthin?" I think you spelled it wrong. Oh no, maybe you do have it right. Actually, no, I think you did spell it wrong. Axanthin. Yeah, I think you did spell it wrong. But um, I don't tend to. I don't think I would say that I have a super strong or negative view. I think what happens is that people hyper focus on something. They're going to be like, "Oh, what do you think about vitamin C?" And it's like, I just tend to believe about having a well-rounded diet, making sure you don't have deficiencies, stay hydrated. You don't need to be buying a bunch of supplements. Most supplements I don't believe in. I think most of them just have nonsense in them. And depending on where they source the stuff, I mean, I've known people who've been harmed by lots of health supplements. So I'm not a huge fan of them. Even like one of the supplements that I use, but it's not technically a supplement, it's really just food. It's from a website called ishoppurium.com. And I use primarily their Power Shake because it has so much nutrition in them. So, I mean, I use chlorella, I've used some spirulina, things of this nature. But I'm just saying that, I mean, people are always asking me about so many products, and I tend to keep it, simple. Okay, let's just go to the next one. I just did my 2-day fast. Excellent feeling. Yeah, I agree. That's nice. Slowly fast, 12 hours. That might be a good way to start. I do pretty much a 16 to 18-hour fast every single day. That's just because I finish dinner early and then I start breakfast late. And I drink a lot of hydrogen water and stuff. In fact, I might have some here in a little bit. I'm making some. Okay, must feast properly before any fast. Yeah, I do think you need to have your nutrients. Very, very important for fasting. That was probably one of the biggest mistakes when I used to do a lot of fasting in the past. I didn't have enough nutrients in me. It's a problem. Viva Las Veggies says fresh lemon juice in water in the morning, question mark. Um, I don't know if you're asking me if I like it, or I don't know what the question is, fresh veggies or Las Veggies. Maybe ask again. It's an algae. Yes, I was aware of that. Yes, I spelled it wrong. Refractor says it's a good antioxidant, but remember, with algae, it can be contaminated. Yep, even organic, I've heard. And you're absolutely right, Refractor. I have noticed the same thing. This is what I mean about supplements. Just do good food, and you know what? Eliminating things, certain foods, or just different things that you consume. Eliminating things that are harmful for you, in my opinion, is much more positive than trying to implement some supplement or something. And also, what else? Eliminating certain things, proper sleep. Um, what's another big one? Eating proper hours. I don't know, just stuff like that. I don't know if that answers anybody's questions. Gareth's Heart says, look into bioterrain theory for the body. See, there's another piece of advice. I mean, everybody's always trying to give advice, though I do believe in the whole elimination diets are great to find answers. Yeah, I mean, I try to keep what I put in my food pretty simple. It's mostly fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, um, yada, yada, yada. So that's just what I can say about that. I'm not sure if it doesn't answer your question. Let me know. And we'll just go with that. Let's see here. Next question. I'm trying to do two things at once here, but I'm still here with you guys. Hi, Greg. How about urine therapy? Urine therapy. Anybody want to give their opinions on that? Let's see. Well, okay, let's see. Urine therapy. Okay, well, this is what I'll tell you about urine therapy if you guys really want to know. Do you guys really want to know? Some people hate this subject. It's really weird. I don't know why people have such a hard time talking about things, even if you disagree with them. What's the big deal? But some people have a problem. So I'll wait for people to comment a little bit before I go on into urine therapy. I do have data on that, actual scientific data, rather than just opinions. Viva Las Veggie says, is it good to drink in the morning lemon water? Well, I think it'd be fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, though. I think I would probably go with hydrogen water because if I had to squeeze fresh lemons every morning, it gets a little expensive. But you could do it. I mean, I'm not potentially like against it. So I think it'd be good. Lemons are awesome, by the way, especially during the flu season. Refractor says, do low glycemic sugars like honey affect C differently? And how many spoons a day do you eat? Well, yeah, there's positive data for C. I think we can say the word refractor. I mean, I don't know if everybody knows what it is. It's a word that we used to be able to say all the time. These days, people are getting weird about it. I'll just spell CAN, C, and then I'll just say the last letter is an R. Hopefully, you guys can figure that out. But there is good data on raw honey for that, actually, believe it or not. I do have raw honey. I get it from a very reliable source. I don't buy it from the stores. And thanks for all the thumbs up again, guys. And I'll say, I think it's good, but within limits. I think I consume no more than 1 tablespoon maximum a day. I don't consume much more than that when it comes to honey. And it's usually just when I make my coffee, if I'm gonna have coffee or something. Okay, we can go. Any other questions you can ask again if I didn't answer them? Okay, Garrett says, I just heard it's the manna from the heaven miracle cure. What is that previous thing that you talked about? It's like everybody's always claiming something like that. Let's see, let's go back to what's the miracle cure? I'm guessing, I don't know what they're talking is, but aged urine is the miracle cure. I will tell you that I did urine therapy when I was really sick and it did not fix me. But there is data on it. Again, I could probably go into it a little bit in a moment. If you guys want, actually, let's see. But it is not a miracle cure. It's not going to get rid of your high blood pressure. It's not going to get rid of your diabetes. There's a lot of things that I don't think I'll get rid of. Michelle says, I heard I can turn it into gold. Well, okay. Golden shower. I don't know. You can go ahead and try, I guess. Once you get that figured out, let us all know, and I'll go live in paradise. All right, Dale G says, I heard about it from Dr. Ed Grouper. I don't know what you heard. What about? I'm assuming we're still in the urine therapy. I don't know. Garrett's Heart says aged urine therapy. I actually think that's a little bit of nonsense. I'll explain why in a second. I do have some knowledge on that. Santos Bonacci swears by it. Yeah, I know. And look, I'm not saying that there's no validity to it. I'll explain it in a moment again. Anyone can, I meant to say, anyone can what? Let's go back to your comment. I heard I can turn it, you heard that anybody could turn into gold? Okay. Very good. Somebody says, haha, golden shower. I can turn someone into gold. All right, let's see. Dale, urine therapy. Lulu, I just tuned in. What was he saying that won't get rid of high blood pressure? No, I was saying that urine therapy, I don't think will get rid of high blood pressure. Okay, Garrus, I don't know either way, just curious. Okay, no urine, says Michelle. Lulu says, oh, okay, thank you. All right, so I'll tell you the information on urine therapy. First of all, it's extremely hard to find data on urine therapy. And when I say data, I mean like actual scientific, good, valid information, not just like some nonsense stuff, because it's easy to find nonsense. I've seen a lot of it. What I'll say is this. There was a Japanese man, he's a doctor now. He's actually been a doctor for a long time. He was the very first documented person to ever do research on urine therapy and did find it to be effective. However, the way the people say to do it, he discovered, and this is why scientific data is important, guys. The way he showed to do it is very different. And look, there's almost nobody in the room, so nobody's going to hear this. I might actually delete this video. We'll see. So only 20 people are going to hear the secret. But the way that he recommended to use it is not the same way that everybody thinks you're supposed to use it. So I'll tell you what he did. He had numerous patients who were trying it. A lot of them didn't like to drink it, so they literally put a tube down their throat and pour the urine straight into their stomach because people just didn't want to drink it. They didn't want it in their mouth. When they did that, the medical efficacy or the benefits literally didn't happen at all. And they were shocked. They were completely confused, like, whoa, why isn't it working? This was the big discovery, and I believe it to be a big deal, and you hear it almost nowhere. It's so hard to find this data. It took me years, by the way. What they found is that if you just took the smallest amount of urine, you know how people say ridiculous things like you should drink the very first urine in the morning and a big glass of it. So you're getting like this big glass of morning urine, which is just not the most pleasant thing in the world. And they think that's how you're supposed to do it. Well, what this guy discovered, the real way to do it is you could literally take a very small amount. Like you could take a shot glass and just put a tiny little bit of urine in there and gargle it, and you could spit it out. You could never even have to drink it, and it would work. And what he discovered was that the human body, we have a special sensor somewhere in our throat, and that's what detected it. Doesn't have to be aged. It doesn't have to be these huge glasses of it, the tiniest amount. Now, it's embarrassing, but I'm going to share it with you guys because you guys are asking. What I would do is I would really load up on my hydrogen water, and my urine would literally come out looking like water. Sometimes it would almost look like there's rainbows in it, like just plasma filled with light, whatever. I would catch the smallest amount, and if you drink it, I kid you not, it literally tasted like some of the best spring water I've ever. It tasted it did not taste like urine, which was very weird. I didn't like doing it, but I was doing it to test it. But also, I obviously had read and learned about the scientific evidence of it. So I wasn't doing the morning stuff or any of that. It was just a very small amount when I was very well hydrated. But also, I've been doing a lot of work to purify my blood for so long. So I wouldn't want to just, I know that you can drink it, but it wouldn't be something that I would be really fond of doing, to be honest. But I will say that doing it the way that I was doing it was not so bad. That's all. That's all I'll say about that. How's that? And I'm gonna keep the camera on for a second, but Santos said bathe in it or enema works great. See, maybe, but that's not what the data showed. And again, maybe I'm wrong, right? Maybe the doctor doesn't know what he's doing. Who knows? But if you can do a small amount and you're well hydrated, it ain't so bad as ordinarily it would be. And I think the reason that urine seems so dirty is because the human body is just not running on all cylinders. It's not well hydrated. And of course, it just seems gross. You're just spewing out all this crap. Your kidneys, your body's trying to filter all this stuff out. And, that's why it seems quote unquote gross. But in my opinion, this is why you want to clean your blood. This is why you want to clean your body, the kidneys. You could drink quote unquote this urine, but it's wild because when the body's clean, and this has just been my experience, of course, I'm not certainly not making a claim or anything, medical claim or giving advice or anything of the sort, but I will say that when you when you when you start cleaning up the body and you get really well hydrated, the certain aspects change, like your urine just seems cleaner, your sweat just seems cleaner, everything just seems cleaner and better, and I like walking around. Just so you guys know, I'm a little bit of a germaphobe, and I say germaphobe just because I like things clean. I mean, if you want to call that a germaphobe, then call it a germaphobe, but I mean, I certainly don't like to you know I don't like to be in a dirty environment. I don't like my mouth to feel dirty. I brush my teeth, I floss, I take showers, I like to get a good sweat, I like to wash my clothes. I like to be clean. I'm not one for big style. I don't have like all these fancy clothes or anything, but cleanliness matters to me more than being stylish and wearing high heels and pantyhose and tight dresses or suits. They're so uncomfortable. I don't like that stuff. Um, and so cleanliness is important. And I just feel when I'm walking around in a clean body, it just it just feels good, you know, and that's one of the reasons that I'm going to make some other changes in my life in the very near future that most people would probably not want to make, and that's fine. I don't doesn't bother me. I mean, everybody lives the life they want to live, and I just want to live a very clean life, and that's what's important to me. And it's just what feels good. And I've learned through a lot of suffering that feeling good is the most valuable thing to me, really, whether it's feeling good physically, feeling good emotionally. Those are much more important than looking good or having other people thinking that you look good, or, people, um, you know, valuing you because you're rolling around in a Ferrari or something and have some big fancy house. I could care less. I'd rather have a small, little, clean, comfortable home, um, where the pollution is low and I can live a peaceful life. Though I will say the beauty of the internet, yikes, um, the beauty of the internet is that you can reach out and share knowledge, and I don't know how long I'll be sharing my knowledge for. I've already been doing it for longer than I think I should. But I will say that I do it because it's just a shame if I didn't, and that would be the difficult part. I mean, I know that I'm not going to do it forever. In fact, I'll probably be cutting it short in the very near future. But I feel like I did at least my part. And those videos, the videos I've done, they'll be up there for probably ever, I think. And people can always refer to them. But I'll try to keep you guys up to date. For those of you who are here, I did do a really great video, in my opinion. And you guys should go watch it. It's a great video. Okay, let's see where we at here. Yes, I second that. Okay, 432 hertz music says, can second you on the taste. Actually, taste decent. Perhaps a distilled water. The water I drink affects the taste. Yeah, when you're hydrated. You can use it as homeopathy. Let's see, a few drops under the tongue gives you the body a lot of information. So see, you're close, but apparently it's in the throat, like an energetic blueprint. Garris, interesting. Thank you, Michelle. Michelle, Garris, look up Amanda Vollmer. She has a lot of good info. Okay. Garris, thank you. Michelle, you're welcome. Refractor, please go on a rumble spree with all the crazy info and link it to here before you go. Dude, I still can't figure out how to post a video on Rumble. So one of these days we'll have to figure that out, Mr. Refractor. But for right now, I just do these live videos and we do what we can, and I just released, if you guys, like I said, if you haven't seen my latest video, comment right now and tell me if you've seen it or if you haven't seen it, because I just put out a video. The title is called Live Testimonial Interview, because I've spoken to so many people throughout the years, but I've never been able to really have somebody, I haven't been able to do an interview because I don't know how to do computer stuff. I'm such a clown with that kind of stuff. I don't know how to do any of it. And the only reason I was able to do it today was because I got a new phone. And because I have two phones now, I was able to put one on speaker. And yes, you listened this morning. I don't know how you listened this morning because I just released it a little bit ago. So I don't know if it would have been this morning. But I will say that I think it's a great interview. I think it's worth you guys watching it. You certainly don't have to if you don't want to. Hey, look, I'm going to actually fill up my hydrogen pouch. If you guys want to see, though, I don't know if you can see from there. Let's see here. Actually, you can't really see it, can you? Let me try to move the camera a little bit. It's not a big deal. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my little funnel, and I'm going to take my hydrogen, my nice stable hydrogen. You can't do this unless the hydrogen's stable. And I'm going to pour some of this in the hydrogen pouch so that I can take it with me anywhere I go. Or if I just don't want to have my machine sitting on, I can also pour it in here and it'll maintain the hydrogen for quite a while. It's the whole purpose of this pouch. And then what I do, if you guys have seen this before, I seal the top, the big nozzle. Now I take off the little one because I got to squeeze the air out. I'm going to squeeze the air over here because sometimes it spews a little water, and boom, there we go. And I'm ready to roll with my water whenever I want. In fact, even if I wanted to drink some here. Mhm. Just had dinner a little bit ago, took my vitamin D. Yada, yada, yada. All right, here we go. Who else said something here? I'm in Australia. Oh, that's why you listened this morning. Oh, very good. Gareth says, I'm very interested in trying the hydrogen machine water, but cannot afford one yet and may not be able to for a long time. Is there any other way to get hydrogen in natural and low cost ways? Eat lots of fiber from fruits and vegetables, in my opinion, and exercise. It's the only way. Don't mess with cheap ways. They actually will be more harmful to you, in my opinion, based on actual data, but I'm not going to talk about it much because it seems to get me in trouble every time I talk about those subjects. And I understanding the complexity of the machine and such. Yeah, I mean the machine is it's the best there is. And you know what? I have really exciting information about it that I'm apparently not able to disclose at this time. So stay tuned for that because I can't wait till I get the green light on that. Refractor, can the tip of the nozzle be washed with soap if it's a mouthpiece? Never put your mouth on it. You can wash it with soap, but never put your mouth on it. Specifically designed a certain way. Don't put your mouth on it. Not designed for that. So what it's actually really designed to do is to pour it into a cup and then drink it out of the cup. Well, alrighty, guys. That was our live session for today. I'm going to let you go for now. TGIF, guys. So hope you guys have a good evening. Unless you have any other questions, thanks for all the thumbs up. Thanks for all the support. Again, if you haven't seen the video, go watch the latest video. I was, as much as I suck with computers, and it was a terrible interview because both our faces were not on there like a normal interview. It was so terrible. I literally just put, I just put my phone next to another phone that was on speaker. That's how silly I am, guys. We're running on a shoestring budget here. But so, okay, Michelle says, thanks, Greg. You're very welcome. Lulu says, thank you for sharing with us. I will put the latest video on right now. Hey, thanks for that. I just hope that you really appreciate it. Happy Friday. Thank you, Mr. Goat. I'm the Goat. Wow, you're too kind. That's for sure. But thank you. Thank you for the nice comment. That's always appreciated. I appreciate the kindness, the love, guys. Have a blessed now, says Garrus. Thank you. Stop saying you're silly. I am silly. But okay. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, don't tell me what to do. That's always people's favorite response whenever I say something to like friends and family. I'm like, you say something and then they always respond with, don't tell me what to do. I'm like, oh my gosh, why does everybody always need to jump to that? I always find that funny. You know what I am going to do? I'm going to do something, but I'll leave the camera on for a moment. So yes, I think it's time to grab a few things. And I hope, like I said, that you guys have a happy Friday. And I will be doing another live session sometime in the near future. Yeah, I mean, I am a silly goose. I really am. If you want to call it that, I guess you could call a lot of things. But yeah, that's just me. And like I said, these are always good times to ask questions. So if you ever have questions, people always email them to me. I prefer to do them on the live session so everybody can hear the answers. And just because I just think it's more convenient for everybody. And it actually takes less than my time. These live sessions are actually easier for me, believe it or not. Can hydrogen help with insomnia or having trouble sleeping? Thank you. In my opinion, yes. But depends on what's causing the insomnia. But in my opinion, typically it's cortisol levels. So stress or something that throws you off your circadian rhythms or whatever. But ultimately, hydrogen has been shown to lower stress, and I believe it's because of the cortisol actually. And therefore, I have known people who it's helped with insomnia. But if you got a lot on your mind or everything, it's not like hydrogen is a sleeping pill, so it's not like that. It just will calm you down. I would do the inhalation at night. A good hour and a half is ideal. You might be able to get away with 30 minutes of it. Drink some water, and yeah, I think that would be extremely helpful for sleeping, or even just getting a deeper night's rest. I will definitely do that myself. I tend to enjoy that. Exercise is good too for sleep, and so is a good sweat. So maybe a good sauna or something. Okay, Thanks, guys. Till next time. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the thumbs up. I'll see you guys on the next one.